Hey guys, this is Matt for the Weekend Handyman. Today I'm going to talk to you about some knives. This will be a basic overview video. I'm no expert, just starting to get into collecting knives a little bit. And these are a few of the knives in my collection. And I just figured I'd go over you with something, info about the blades, blade steels, different sizes and different price ranges, what you're going to get. And if you already have a knife, cool, maybe you'll enjoy the video. If you have a low quality knife, maybe looking for something higher quality, might be a good video for you to watch. Or if you don't have a knife at all and you think about carrying one, it's a good video. Carrying a knife has a lot of benefits, you know. There's a lot of times where it can come in handy. People have been carrying knives for thousands of years. Even people have been carrying folding knives for thousands of years. The Romans were the first to actually carry folding knives. And it's the simplest form of a tool. It can be used for a lot of things, although I recommend using a knife for what it is actually meant to be used for, and that is to cut things. If you're going and prying things with your knife and using it as a screwdriver, you're probably going to break it. And I don't recommend getting a high quality knife if that's what you're going to use it for. Although, if you're into high quality things and you just want a nice knife and you're going to use it to cut, you can go with a high quality knife, or if you're just looking for a beater, that's cool too. So I just want to start with a basic overview of price ranges first of all. And this ranges from very cheap to pretty darn expensive. This is about a $13 knife, $30, $60, $230 knife, and they each have their benefits and their downfalls, and obviously the downfall of the more expensive ones is the price. But you know, if you're looking for quality, but you're gonna have to pay for it. First knife is a Smith & Wesson. I got it recently. It was used. It's a first production run. I got it at a flea market. I got it for like 15 bucks. Later come out and find it's like $10 knife. But no, it's a pretty nice knife. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of overall a lot of Smith & Wesson's designs. I have a few. They're nice and they're good beater knives. They're good cheap knives. I don't recommend you getting one if you want something to last a real long time though. I would really never use this one. I just really like the design of it. One in my collection. And there's one of those cheap knives where you're gonna, you know, your money will pay for some quality, and this has a lot of aspects about it that wouldn't be there if you paid for a good knife. I mean, first things first is thumb ramp is horrible. The jimping is so deep, there's no grip at all. And you notice there's jimping on the blade, but it's past the thumb ramp. Doesn't make sense. Blade steel's not that great. Handle quality is okay. It's G10. It's nice. It's not too ergonomic. Clip gets in the way when you really hold it. It is a liner lock. I'm not a big fan of liner locks. I feel like they're thinner and weaker than a frame lock would be. Just not a huge fan of them. There are other Smith & Wesson out there. Smith & Wesson knives that are probably nicer, and the others are probably worse. I have one. It's about a $50 Smith & Wesson knife. I like it at all. It's a rescue knife. It's auto. When you pull the trigger on the back, like on the CRKT here, it just springs out by itself. Except it only springs out by itself one every four times you try it now, and it doesn't shut. You have to push the blade over to the side to have it shut, and for a rescue knife, that's just not acceptable. Overall, the Smith & Wesson's just, I don't know. If you're looking for a good quality knife that's going to last you, I just don't recommend them. CRKT makes some good knives. This is the Drifter. It's a $30 knife. In this price range, you can find some really awesome knives. You can find some really shitty knives. SOG makes some good knives in this price range. Kershaw makes some great knives in this range. CRKT makes some good knives in this range. And even Gerber does too. But you really have to look at the reviews and see what's out there. Drifter overall, like I said, it's about a $30 knife. Probably find it cheaper now. Stainless steel blades, stainless steel handles. Frame lock, a lot stronger. Nice thick frame lock there. Really good lockup. And it's a quick knife. I really enjoy this knife a lot. For the price range, it's just awesome. CRKT makes some really nice knives, and they make some gimmicky knives that I just don't care for. They're just out there. They're weird. This is the M21 by them. This all comes in the M16 variant with a Tonto blade. I'll show you what a Tonto blade is in a minute. This is a spearborn, or more of a traditional blade shape, but it's got a deep belly on it. You can see it comes down real far. It's a big knife. 4-inch blade, almost 10 inches long. It's a liner lock. I don't care about that too much. I wish it was a frame lock though. It's, you know, got good jimping in this price range. About 60 bucks, 50, 60 bucks for this, for the aluminum handle one at least. You know, you're gonna start getting really solid quality, smooth knives. Same company as I mentioned before. They're gonna have good knives in this price range. Overall, very nice knife. Then, high price range. Like I said, 230 bucks. You can find knives even more expensive. Benchmade, this is a Benchmade. Benchmade makes some great knives for less and for more, and also brands such as Spyderco, Emerson, Strider make some great knives in this range. This is my favorite knife. I just got this recently. Handles on are actually titanium frame lock, very, very strong, great feeling in the hand. And even though this is an expensive knife, you're paying for what you get. This thing feels so balanced in your hand. It doesn't even feel like it's in my hand. And when it's in my pocket, it just disappears. It's awesome. The clip is great. You know, there's a lot of little things in this knife that you're paying for. You're paying for a great design. You know, it's got cut out there for your thumb, for the thumb stud, and it just flies open very fast. I don't even need to use a thumb stud on this knife. It just comes right out. It's got bronze washers. It's thick. Even the stop is well engineered. The blade stop is adjustable by the little screw, so you can adjust the tightness of the lockup over the life of the knife. And even in here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a cutout that extends into the lock here, so the lock doesn't go too far over and get stuck. Now, it's just great engineering. I mean, it's amazing. It's got great jimping. I'm sure there's better knives out there for this than this one, but once I get into this price range, they're probably all going to be really pleasing, especially if you've never owned one before. And something about this knife is this is a really good blade steel. It's called CPM M4. Basically, that means is it's just a name, but it's a really good steel. Benchmade only makes a few knives in it. It's really hard to machine. It's basically pretty hard to sharpen, but it's going to hold an edge very, very, very long time. And it's going to hold a very sharp edge for a very long time. And it's going to take an edge that's basically going to be able to split hair. It's like one of the top steels out there right now. There's other good steels such as S30V and such as that, but CPM M4 is just the top of the line. And like I said, this is a Tonto. You can see the angle in the knife. It's more of a modified Tonto. It's not really traditional Tonto. The CRKTM 201 has a pretty good blade steel. It's 808. It's pretty hard. Takes a good edge. I have rolled it over a little bit though, which I'm not too happy about. And what I do mean by that is the edge has legitimately rolled over a little bit, so it's not perfect anymore. It's kind of bothersome. You can get a quick comparison. This, I don't even know what blade steel this is. And it's not labeled. It's probably not that good. It's stainless. Stainless steel takes a pretty good edge. Doesn't hold a good edge. Doesn't rust. Whereas this will rust a little bit. And this is a full-on tool steel. This, put this in a bucket of salt water, pull it out, and leave it there. The blade's probably going to be gone in a week. I mean, that's obviously exaggerating, but it does rust. I've cut through with it and found rust on the edge there. And that's why it's coated, so it does not rust. Basically, you're going to get what you pay for when you get knives. I mean, this is all there is to it. Value directly correlates with quality usually, and no matter what knife you get, just look up the reviews for it to make sure you're happy. When it comes to size, it's personal preference. I prefer a much larger blade, 4-inch, versus 2.5-inch. I mean, you can do more with a large blade. It just feels better in my hand, and I feel like I know it's there. I feel confident in it. One other thing I want to talk about before we move on to other things is lanyards. This knife has a lanyard on it. They have a little bit of style with the knife. You can make them on your own. You can buy them. I made this one. I just got some paracord. Here's what do you paracord? It's like $2 for like 10, 20 feet. And I added a skull bead on it. Pretty popular. You can find these on most websites for about $5 to $10. I think I paid $8 for this one. It's got a nice coating on it. Looks cool. And you know, lanyards are pretty functional. It basically extends the handle of the blade for you, but it's flexible so it doesn't get in the way. And I made this lanyard for a total about $12, and it's pretty unique. Looks awesome. If you're wondering what kind of knots those are Kelly button knots. Maybe we'll make a video on that at some point. I really enjoy lanyards though. Not all my knives have them, obviously, but I like them. And if you are going to make a lanyard by yourself and you want to get a skull bead for it, like I said, you can get them anywhere, but for the most part, all of them are made by this company right here, schmuckatellico.com. Go to their website and you'll find way more skulls than you'll be able to find anywhere. I couldn't find this one anywhere else besides their company. It's got a nice coating on it. They call it a rhodium coating. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's also antiqued. And there's a lot of other variations, gold, Roman, colored ones. It's just a great website. And I think you can even get paracord from them. Another thing I want to talk about quickly is the lube. If you're going to have a nice knife, you want to keep it in top shape. I use Benchmade Blue Lube on my knives now. It's a great lubricant. Keeps them very, very fast. This is all cleaner, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't really clean my knives all that often. And the cleaner basically takes the blue lube off, so you have a fresh surface, but you really don't need it. Just a good lube will do. Also, you can use 3-in-1 oil, but I don't care to use 3-in-1 oil on a $230 knife. Also, if you're working on your knives, taking them apart, I might do a video on taking one of them apart. Maybe the Benchmade. Probably needs to be cleaned. Now, might want to have some thread lock on handy. I like the red thread lock. Basically, I keep the screws from coming out. I set the blade pivot screw pretty loose on here because I like my knife to come out really fast. It's just to the point where it's too loose almost, and I need to put thread lock on it so it doesn't come out. Lastly, you're going to need some tools. Benchmade probably makes the best toolkit for the best price. The Blue Box toolkit comes with all the bits and driver you'll need to work on your knives. I'm like going out to buy Sears and buying like a $30 socket set. I don't know what just fell out. This comes with most of the bits you'll need to work on any Benchmade knife for the most part. Pretty much any knife you can work on with this knife, this toolkit. One of my knives has a bit size on it that I didn't have. I think it was this one. This one has hex bits. These are all Torx bits. If you open up, they're all here. It's 2 of each in case your knife needs that. And this pulls out. You can clip it in here. Stick the Torx bit in the end. It's pretty good for like $8. I'd say it's worth it to work on your knives with. And lastly, if you're comfortable sharpening your knives on your own, you need a sharpening system. There's many to choose from. I prefer a stone. This is an old stone. I don't even know where it came from. I haven't sharpened my Benchmade on it yet. I just got the Benchmade, and I need to get a new set of higher quality stones for that blade steel, and I don't want to ruin it. There's tons of different stones to choose from. There's really hard stones that use oil on. There's wet stones where you wet them down with water and they create a slurry on the top to sharpen the knife with. Then there's diamond stones, and I want to get some diamond stones for the Benchmade. And I might do a sharpening video with this stone on one of my cheaper knives. But I'd like to get some good stones to do a video on that knife with that. Basically, if you're not keeping your knife sharp, there's no use in having a knife. A dull knife isn't any fun to use. You're just going to cut yourself. And if you do cut yourself with a dull knife, you're going to cut yourself worse than you will with a sharp knife. So at least with a sharp knife, it's going to be a clean cut. Basically, I think that's about it. I mean, if you're looking for knives, there's a lot of different things to choose from. There's more than just folders. There's more than just big folders, more than small folders. Just take your time and look around. Some great websites out there. I like Blade Ops. There's another one I can't really think of right now that's good. You don't have to get an expensive knife to get a good knife. Like I said, CRKT makes some good knives. Kershaw does too, Gerber. But if you're somebody who really likes quality things, and I'm one of those people, if I'm going to buy something, I want it to last, and I want it to be something I'm really going to enjoy, and that is why I got this Benchmade, and it's really made me want to get into collecting knives more. I get some more. I might get a Benchmade Everson next. I'm not really sure, but knives are a great thing to get into, and you can get into them at any price point if you want. If you want to start collecting cheap knives, people collect cheap knives. If you want to collect expensive ones, you can do that too. And it's just a nice tool to have on you. It's the most basic tool, And if you're the type of person that likes to fix things or do things yourself, knife's an invaluable tool for you, and there's many to choose from. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something today. Thanks.